All right, I want to thank my sponsor, Card Kingdom. They are purveyors of magic gear, magic cards, magic stuff. Your magic life can be bought and sold at cardkingdom.com. Maybe they don't want me to say it that way, but I mean it in the best of ways. They are part of the machine of magic that helps us get the stuff we want when we want it for the thing we want, because we want that deck right now. We want those packs right now. We want to draft right now. And when you have stuff left over, you can sell it back to them. And if you want store credit, you can get a 30% store credit markup on your sellbacks. So that's nice as well. And I also want to mention that I'm sponsored by Wizards of the Coast this week. They have graciously reached out to support me as a streamer, and I'm a featured streamer for Wizards of the Coast this week. That has, hey, Travis, thanks for that sub. That comes with the gift of, I got 30 boosters of every set on Arena, and I got 10,000 gems, but I didn't even put them on this account because this is our free-to-play account. We don't want your charity. We're going to earn it. Thank you very much. But the paid account was gracious and happy to take that charity, so we have those resources over there, which is great because it means we're pretty flush for, you know, having Jay back on to do constructed stuff and to play the constructed we want as well. So I'm thankful for Wizards. And they also gave us the pack codes that we've been giving out all week, and that if you're nice to Motor City Mama and Fiddles today, maybe they'll toss you a pack via Whisper, or they may throw them into chat here and there, and you can just race to the store and see you can enter the pack code in first. I will leave it up to them. I'm sure they'll make it fun and equitable and community building. All right, that's all I got. Let's draft. Get to the draft view. Soul Diviner for the March to 4X and some gems, or Kaya as kind of the obvious power pick. Kaya is not only a great planeswalker, I think Kaya would be a tempting pick if her casting cost were 4 black white, or 4 white black. If she were actually just white black multicolored, I would consider her. The fact that she is black or white is pretty cool. So I think that's those are the two considerations. This is the type of pick that I don't often pass pack one, pick one rares or mythics because it's so hard to know what colors you're going to end up in. I have opened Deckmaster, but it says it's, well, let me try restarting it. I'm having a little struggle with Deckmaster here. Oh, there we go. The old restart worked. Although it's not, is voting working? I don't think voting is working, is it? It hasn't yet. All right. So anyway, yeah, it's Kaya as a great starting point, or Soul Diviner. Kaya's flexibility, although it includes white, so it's, to me, it's mostly a black card, and sometimes you end up playing it because it's a white card. Yeah, voting still busted. That's what I thought. I'm going to be gem disciplined here. Also, Soul Diviner is a good card. Like, it is a legit good card. It's just gold, right? It's just asking us to be very specific in our colors. You might be right. But it's only in that case because of her hybrid nature. And if she were like, if Kaya were, example, red exactly the same, but were hybrid black-blue, I think I would take Kaya. But I'm white averse enough to almost consider Kaya a mono black card, but yeah, we could do Saheeli to go with Soul Diviner, but also Laptop Reaver is very tempting to me. I think those are the two considerations here. But yeah, we're early. We can take Saheeli and try to lean into that.
Today I craft my victory.
I've run Samut once in a green-red deck specifically that fared pretty well. I think it did fine. I can't remember exactly its result, but I remember winning a lot with it. I can't remember how much, but I don't think that's the pick here. We're probably looking at just Guild Globe, sad as that is, or Manticore. Manticore and No Escape feel like they'll wheel. Yeah, let's take Globe. It's an artifact that Saheeli could turn into a creature. You know, and Triumph after is nice. Maybe we'll wheel this Globe, but Triumph here seems great. Totally Lost is the on-color pick. Plaza could help a splash along with the Globe. Like, picking up a Plaza along with the Globe suggests that we could end up wherever we want, really. And I don't want to go Heartfire yet, I don't think. I like the Plaza here. I think with the Globe, and then we could splash the Soul Diviner even, because it's fine to play this on turn 7 if what you're doing is starting to draw an extra card a turn. Yeah, I'm going to take the Plaza and be flexible about where we end up from here. Oh, and now there's a Toll, which puts us... We could go right back to straight on blue-black with no splashing here. So that seems strong. Silverwing keeps us open. Aid the Fallen is on a path to working here. We've got Saheeli. Eduardo, thank you for that sub. Appreciate that a lot. Let's take Aid the Fallen. It's not great yet, but I think I like it a little bit better in terms of its potential by the end of the draft over the Silverwing. Here's another Globe. And it both triggers Saheeli and is transformed by Saheeli, so I think we just take a Globe. Globes are a lot better for us as we add Saheelis to this deck. Skulker's fine, but Globe is on point. Snare Spinner is probably the best card here. But we're not really near that. I mean, I guess there's a world in which green is so powerful and wide open in the next pack that we... Nah, but then we're not playing Saheeli. I think we are pretty solidly blue. I guess we just take the Time Twist. All right. I was resisting it because trying to talk myself into the technically better card, because I basically always end up easily with one of these and only ever really want to play one. So it's just never a priority for me. So that's why I was taking some time there. But... uncommon for Vault Progress or an Unlikely Played. We'll take the Unlikely Played. The Vault Progress is maybe correct there, but such a minor consideration that it's on color, and if we... Oh, I bet it was great, Tron. Like, whenever Bolt Bend resolves, it's amazing. Manticore Wheels. Turret Ogre over the second Unlikely Aid. Here's some Vault Progress. Nice. Winning through a Bolt Bend is tough. It's... Yeah, still could be. So we'll see. Well, there's Plane-Wide Celebration. We have a Vraska that is that could be part of the Black Plan. Black-Blue. Black-Blue Planeswalker Aid the Fallen. And Jaya's Greeting if we were tempted by this late red, but this is just okay. There's Spark Harvest as well. I think I like taking the Vraska here.
I only pick targets that interest me.
Ooh.
Lucky you.
Always like to try and make this work, but we got a Spark Harvest, that's cool. No blue flowing here. We did take 2 Guild Globes, and we have the Gateway Plaza, so we could absolutely take Tybalt and splash a Tybalt. Because the only other real... I mean, we could take Spellgorger weird, or obviously Tidebearer is fine, you know, but I think we can take the Tybalt. That's kind of what we set up with the prioritizing the Gateway Plaza and the Guild Globe. This is kind of the payoff for that.
You don't look scared. I can fix that.
Nothing really that we want here, though, unfortunately. Like, Kiora is not a real card for our deck. Yeah, red is certainly suggesting that it's open-ish, but I can pull it back in to keep it in mind. Let's see, our black is Vraska, Toll, and Spark. That's pretty strong. And Soul Diviner, so we'll take the profit because, yeah, nothing else here warrants real consideration, I don't think, but I don't want to play the profit either. Ugh, look at that. But also Ashiok, you know? You don't think we're blue? Well, if we take this out, we can splash Diviner and Triumph. Well, this is an interesting pick then. So I've felt that the ability to hit Planeswalkers is a little better than Scry 1. But these cards are interesting to have in the same pack. I'll take it. What's going on, draft? And then just complete garbage. Just the super garbage. I guess if we're black-red, Devouring Hellion is playable. I'm uncomfortable about how little I understand about where we're at. And now we need to figure it out, right? Because we got the Giant, Contentious Plan, and Turret Ogre. Just want the Giant. Are we for sure black? I guess we are for sure. Punisher likes the Ogre. So does Brood. I think if we're feeling like we're trying to read what the bots are saying and that red is wide open, we should take red. And take the cheaper card as well. I don't think we're playing any of this. I'll take, I guess, there are worlds in which we decide Assailant is needed, but I hated playing this yesterday. You want Vault Fiddles? We're just never playing this, literally never. Oh yeah, I know, Hector, but there was decent red flowing even. I think, yeah, we'll see. Usually when a color is this open, it does mean that it's going pretty far around the table. Like for both Triumph and Greeting to be in the pack at that point suggests it goes pretty far around the table without caring about red. Naga Eternal came in off the bench and was indeed a body on the battlefield during a victory. I'll give you that. Yeah, I'm going to take the Goblin. Sorry, it shouldn't take so long in that pack. I'll take Heartfire here. Vault Progress isn't so important that I'm willing to give up possible, even remotely possible playables for it. So another Hellion or a first Invader? You want to see the curve? All right, taking Invader. I liked Invader too. I'm going to take that. Well, we're going to be mono red again, apparently. Yeah, Hippo is pretty bad. I don't have any 5s, but I don't want to play either of these. I guess, but we might, again, he might. Catharsis, wow. Yeah, see, this is what I mean. I think this is a sign that it's not just a, red is open in pack 2. This is the kind of sign of red is open, you know? Yeah, double-decker draft. It's really simple. I can explain it, like, because the draft rules to two-headed giant exist, so really it's just two-headed giant draft, but instead of 2 heads doing each seat, it's 1 head doing each seat, and then each player has two draft decks to work with. So you can look up two-headed giant draft and basically get there on that. But I can try and link that for you in a second. Commence the debate. Yeah, double D's. The red really started announcing itself as open. I think, yeah, we just take the Spark Harvest though, right? I'm being a lot less gem disciplined. It's too tempting to draft the best deck you can. Another Harvest is fine. Although, you know, you can get overloaded. We had a 5 Spark Harvest draft that was just okay. Just didn't have any card draw, so it was just like, it was just okay. And here's more removal to take, I suppose. Thanks, Mama. Yeah, we're taking the edge. Taking the edge. Taking the edge off. Sure, just all the frickin' removal. Just all of it. Alright. It's gonna happen again. We're on a Raging Crunch. Fine, all of it. Fine. Deacon, you may be right. Oh, look, Laptop Reaver. That's very late. We'll take that. Slam it. I think we want a Shriek Diver here over Soren's Thirst. We are not thirsty for thirsts. And Honor is good with all these Spark Harvests. Heartfire. Might need the Flyer, though. Yeah, we do have 2 Turret Ogres. So we can defend against flying. And we do have this Flyer. So I kind of like the Pharaoh. Yeah, I'll take that. If I'd known that was coming. Although we have this instead. I'll take the Prophet. Another Invader. Probably don't want to play it. Maybe take a Cyclops. Here, take a Flyer over a 3rd Silverwing. And another Assailant to not play. Well. Oh, thanks. He's not going to be here today. Where's my title saying that? Oh, you know what? I screwed up my... I thank you. I tried to... I screwed up yesterday. I was trying to change my title to what I accidentally changed my Go Live notification to. So sorry, anybody who came here with that Go Live notification expecting Jerry. Let me change that. Gosh. Oh, man. Oh yeah, what I'm waiting on is see if we need to go craft anything up. We got a Soul Diviner. Yeah, we do actually. Soul Diviner needs to be crafted up. I think that's it. Okay. Thanks for your patience. New segment idea. We all send Ryan paper copies of Grazer and Wall of Runes and burn them on stream. Thoughts? I don't want to set things on fire in my house. I did have an idea last night of like crafting a deck to set up a mulligan or keep decision to post to Marshall, in which the opening hand was like 2 lands and a fog and a grazer and a compass and, you know, some other the soapboxiest of Marshall cards, and then have it just be a mull or keep decision. Yeah, pump spell. Yeah, it is. Glad you could make it, Sergeant. Thanks for hanging. Mind control, yeah. Oh, sure, Ubermensch. I should. Well, I can at least. How do I even find that? MTG. I mean, it's just mtgpoetry.com, so you can find it. I made a poem out of magic cards for a friend of mine, for some friends when they got married. Anyway, sorry, we were here to do that. We did that. I'm getting distracted. Let's draft. I'm gonna draft. Week 20 gems. We didn't do much rare drafting there. Feels bad, man. Because we don't, yeah, because then we're not making much progress towards 4X. We get, we only get what we get from our packs. But that's something. Get out Grazer. All right, well, what the heck, deck? What are we even doing here? Thank you. Go deck building. Are we still I like splashing the Triumph. What is the Soul Diviner doing? Anything? I guess it pulls counters off of like our Planeswalkers, our army tokens tick down. But it's like, yeah, it's slowly eating our army, basically. Yeah, I think this is not splashable. I think we might want to splash the Triumph, because card draw is so much better in decks that are heavy on removal. And decks that are heavy on removal frequently fail by failing to win the war of attrition. They kill the most important creatures, but then the remainder creatures still get the job done. And I really like card draw in removal heavy decks for that reason. But we still need 6 cuts. Yeah, don't need Red Bear. Good call. Thank you. That's an easy one. Yeah, one of the prophets might be able to go. The globes. We got to decide what we whether what do we want to do with Saheeli here? Do we have any mega combos with Saheeli? We're not really like going off with Saheeli to be honest. I agree. Hellions a pretty weak card. Shriek Diver is kind of weak too, but I'm nervous about cutting any more creatures. I think we kind of got to hold firm at 9 at least. And if we cut Saheeli, we can just, we can just do this. Yeah, I mean, we could put in Chain Whip Cyclops as an additional win condition. Yeah, Vraska makes creatures too. I just wanted to see what it looked like without Saheeli. Like, what are we really doing with Saheeli? But I guess her spitting out tokens is fine. Its Silverwing is pretty weak, yeah, but again, like, how low are we going on creatures? I mean, it becomes a... Yeah, I guess it is pretty weak. If we're going to run this, I guess we can cut Silverwing. I mean, is any... Like, let's... It's hard to say any of our removal is necessary with that much of it. It's like, what removal suite do you want to run? Yeah, one Spark Harvest can go. If we're not running Guild Globes, I don't want to run the Triumph. Like, we could do this. Yeah, cutting a Bleeding Edge. I agree that Bleeding Edge is actually pretty weak. No, Heartfire goes to the face, man. Absolutely not. I have won so many games in this format aiming for the face. Cut the aid. That's an interesting call. It feels like reasonable value, but maybe we're not yeah, I think we need aid. I like aid for the recovery plan. So then Triumph. I'm gonna keep the Triumph. Some are saying I'm pushing it with this splash, but I find it so valuable in removal heavy decks. Cyclops we're running because it is a way to break through, but it's not really a very good one, is it? It's like, to truly... This must be my Amazon package arriving. Sorry about that. Waiting for Rocket to calm down and also catching up on your chat. Lots of good thoughts about this. This is a tough one. There's a lot of options here and a lot of ways you could go. Wonder how Ben S would build this. I want the Invader to just, you know, Invader plus Saheeli gets to the point where they have to block. Like, it just sets up a lot of bad blocks. It's kind of, I'm wondering if the Cyclops is just dreaming, if I think that this is actually like how this is gonna be our win condition. Like, I changed my mind on that. It's just, it helps create attacks when you have a board with a couple things on it, but if the board gets clogged, it's just terrible. It's just awful. And whereas Invader can do work even in a clogged board situation. Yeah, that's another thing. We could just bring in a second Invader if we wanted to do it that way, or the Prophet. I don't know if this might be all right. Creature count's pretty low, but we're generating a bunch of tokens. I think I'm going to start here. I think I'm going to try this. Put this. Ah, you're welcome. Thanks to Mama and Fiddles for tossing out codes today. It's part of my sponsorship from Wizards is that they give me a bunch of codes to hand out. Win somehow. Oh yeah, sorry, the land is bad. Didn't mean to run islands at all. The software I was using to show collection percentages is MTGA Tracker. You want 10-6. I assume you want a lot of red. You can go 9-7 maybe. But not 10-6, no. We do want to get our Reavers out on time and stuff. Toll on 3. But Saheeli on 3 suggests 9 mountains could be fine. I'm more motivated by making sure we catch everything early that we want. So, yeah, James is on 8-8. Tron's on 8-8. Yeah, Vraska's double black. Spark Harvest is double black. And we still do want to cast Reaver and Toll on time. Yeah, I'm going to go back. I agree. This is a 9th source for both. All right, try that instead. Actually, I'm going to try this instead with the sideboard. This is one of those ones that has a very interesting sideboard with a lot of decisions there, so. All right, let's see what we can do with this. We're going to win somehow. Custom lands. Let's call it, I don't love this one. I'm going to call it 3.5, maybe 4. Yeah, I've heard that you can select basic lands now. I will try to do that. I don't care all that much, but sure. I'll keep this. Well, we'll start with a globe and drop a Tybalt and hope they just don't come at us with a bunch of strays. Well, if they do, we'll get them. We can harvest one and ping the other. Yep, thank you for the camera reminder. Always need those. 'Cause my brain.
Enjoy this. I adore an audience.
That's true. No more life gain for the kitties. Although, Tybalt becomes a nice Spark Harvest sack target. Especially if we end up with our Aid the Fallen. They pitch. Mind Blast. Interesting, alright. Well, I like just ogring it up here.
My assistants are painfully slow.
You can't? What am I thinking of? I guess I'm thinking that it destroys creature, Planeswalker. Huh. What else was it? Oh, Heartfire is probably what I'm thinking of. Thank you, yeah, Prof. It's like, I know I've sacked Planeswalkers that were about to die to stuff. Yeah, Heartfire. Yeah, sorry, we'll Ogre here. And we can attack with our Devil. If they block, we get both. And we have the other one back. Should have attacked first. A little bit lazy to do that, but I don't think it changes their blocking decision. The fundamental blocking decision we're asking of them is whether they want to make that 2-for-1 trade, and the answer is pretty clearly no. At least, not right now. Right. That's what I mean, Travis. But, you know, fundamentals. I should still think out my whole turn and then sequence it as though it did matter, because then it ingrains those habits for when it does matter. Spark Reaper. Yeah, I don't think I've sacked many Planeswalkers to Spark Reaper, but I think I have at least, you know, once or twice maybe when they get attacked. I think we're going to Toll and probably Spark here so that we can attack cleanly with our Ogre. Yeah, what about the Prophet? I don't think I'm going to play the Prophet this turn. Ooh. I guess we have to take Feather. Although we can kill just about anything. I guess we take Feather, though. And maybe I like holding a little better now. They've got the Law Rune that we want to kill, but then that's about it. So just we got to kill the Law Rune Enforcer. So yeah, we're going to Spark Harvest. We're going to take out the Prophet, sack a Devil, and we'll ping the Stray. If they want to save it, that's fine. I figure they have more strays in the deck. Maybe the token is correct, though. Looks like they were going to save either one, though. So now I like still Devil Attack, because that's another place they can't block, but we're not going to give them the Ogre here. I think it probably should have been the army. You can call that a punt, even. It was somewhat just like, oh, in case they have other strays, let's take out the stray. But since they do have a way to make the army bigger, that makes sense to take out the army. But it's not even that big a deal. I think they would have saved either one. It was more like getting a Samut Sprint out of their hand. So I don't want... I kind of wanted to save this removal for the Law Rune Enforcer. Not sure I want to give up the Turret Ogre for the Stray and the Army, though. I think I like Plaza, Burning Prophet, attack with Devil, and keep back for right now. If they play the Law Rune Enforcer, then I'm gonna want to Spark Harvest the Law Rune Enforcer. Then we can use the Dead Devil to take out the Stray, and that will clear the way for the Ogre. But I don't want to send in the Ogre for a trade right now. I want to see if we can actually turn the Ogre into a profitable attacker. Huh, that's interesting. I would have not done that because we can just sack it. Well, yeah, we can sack it and deny them the card. They keep denying me the Spark Harvest on the thing I actually want to kill. The globe draws when it enters, not when you make mana. If it drew when you made mana, I wouldn't like the card. Yeah, their topple didn't draw because of illegal target. The globe didn't draw because it already did. Yeah. Sorry, I'm taking on this decision a little. I want to get aggressive and press our advantage here, but I don't want to lose the ogre over it. All right. No attacks. Well, they have a Feather deck, to be fair. If we had not killed Feather or whatever, that seems like it would just have gone off. So now they've got stone blades that we also have to remember. Yeah, I guess we just keep passing. It's the stone blades now too that make it so that the ogre can trade with that. I don't know. All right. Well, here's why I like card draw. Win the attrition war. Draw more removal. And aid the fallen is... We don't have anything to recover with that yet. But it's a decent long game hedge, so we're going to keep that. It's not useful to us yet, but I think it will be. Yeah, in fact, maybe that makes me want to go ahead and trade the ogre, and well, I'd let Tybalt go if I could. We can't. That's what I learned. I was thinking the same thing, Eduardo, but I was corrected. Spark Harvest can't sack it. We're thinking Heartfire. That's interesting. Ping your own Tybalt is cute, but is it just fancy play syndrome? Yeah, alright, I'm gonna do that at least. Let's sack a creature. We're gonna kill the Law Rune Enforcer. Sack this. So here we go. I can put it... I'm just gonna put it on the Stray. I think it's fancy play syndrome to go for Tybalt. Hey, there we go. Now that's a Tybalt sack I can get behind. Because it allowed me to kill the Stray too. And we want to offer that. Yeah, I'll offer this as well. And then if they want to attack Tybalt down, that's fine. It was at 3 power though. Like the profit, maybe I just got tempted by the fact that we'd actually gotten it up to 3 power, but like it's normally not that powerful, so.
Well, this wasn't very fun.
Yeah, we don't have creatures in the graveyard that yet, but we will. I mean, that's fancy play syndrome, to sacrifice the ogre just to get it back with Aid the Fallen. Like, we could just, you know, I guess sacrifice profit at least and do it for cheaper. All right. Well, if we smash, we can now get strayed. We can attack with all. Logan wants to attack with all, then aid, then Heartfire? Or Heartfire, then aid? What do you want? Let's see, does that... Wow, lots of... I'm going to have to... I'm getting flooded with different suggestions on lines here, so I need to focus in on my own or I'm going to mess it up. So let's see, we have... I like... So if we Heartfire... So the suggestion is Heartfire Ogre to kill the Stray or to go to face. Yeah, I'm going to end for now. Aha! I'm gonna hope that they go for Stone Blades here. Yep. And let's see, now it's like, do we want to do the Prophet or the Ogre? I don't think we get there on... I think it's fancy placing syndrome to do the Ogre. We just do the Prophet, right? If I was supposed to do the Ogre for some reason, I missed it, but so be it. that's not bad. But let's see, we do that, and we can do this and Tybalt. Prophet first for Scry again on a turn that I don't intend to cast the Prophet. I'm not going to do that. We're going to do Ogre and Tybalt this turn. Yeah, I should have played the Tybalt just to deny lifelink, I suppose. That's a punt, but I'm trying to again see, like, it's like I got on myself earlier for doing a bunch of stuff before attacking, and I was like, oh yeah, get in your attacks first, Ryan, and then of course I was in one of those moments where I was supposed to do it first. Yeah, a lot going on. A lot of lines, a lot of marginal value debates, but certainly Oppo should not be at 10 here, or Oppo's going to be at 6, and they should be at 5. So we'll see if that matters. There's a lot of debatable was that line optimal or not, but certainly playing Tybalt before allowing the lifelink chump was incorrect, or it would have been correct to play Tybalt first. But, like, yeah.
Oh, they're so cute.
I think a suboptimal play could be considered a punt if it were cleanly and clearly, it was like inarguable, you know? I don't know. It's just semantics. Which is also a phrase I hate, just semantics, because semantics are basically fundamentally how we communicate, and therefore dismissing it as just is not fair. But the semantics of exactly what constitutes a punt is less important than taking away the lessons that await you there. It's really tough on the head, Phil. Yeah, there were so many lines emerging, and I was looking at chat and just going, wow, if I try to dissect anybody's suggested line, like, here's 4 different lines being described at the same time. It's like, whoa, I think I just gotta fall back on how I know how to play this game here. All right, well, that seems good for us, right? We get 2 in the air guaranteed, 1 on the ground, one from the devil guaranteed, so they have to go... so they chump twice and go to 1. Yeah, this has been it's barely 10 o'clock and I already need a nap. The chess clock has a lot of problems for Magic as well, especially with how it allows people to torture others with clock. The rope is such a bad system compared to chess clocks, so that's it. It's the thing. I think you're seeing there's pros and cons, and you're seeing it from one perspective that is all the cons, but. Oh my god, you know what? I haven't had any coffee. Maybe that's what's going on. I'm gonna get a headache in a minute. I said it's been a crazy morning that's been behind schedule on every front, and I started to make my coffee and didn't finish. That's what's going on here, folks. I can't believe I'm even functioning at all. Whatever you need, Oppo, whatever you need. All right, well, now that I figured out what my problem is, you're gonna have to give me just a moment here to go. The coffee's already brewed. That's the thing. There's a pot of coffee waiting for me to take some from it. I just haven't done that yet. All right, be right back. I'm gonna not throw up a BRB screen. I'll just leave the deck up, and you can decide to talk amongst yourselves if there's any changes we should make. I'll be right back. Where have you been all my morning? Yeah, I'm not taking out... You're not getting me to cut the Triumph. I considered it briefly, but no, I think decks like this value it too much. One quick soapbox aside I have to share with you, because those of you who finished the stream with me yesterday know that I was interrupted by delivery of our new washing machine. Our old washing machine finally broke. It was the machine we bought when we moved into this house 20 years ago. Been in this house for 20 years. And I washed the clothes I found behind the old washing machine when they took it out, and it included this and this. We were looking for those. I'm gonna go put these in Clara's drawer and say, we found your sock. I'm gonna make me cry. I got my high school graduates baby socks in my... All right. Well, let me see what you all said about changes. So there were some suggestions to beef up a little bit. Yeah, the globes are controversial, huh? Salmon doesn't understand why we're bothering with card draw and guild globes. Salmon, I think you're having a very aggro mentality about it, maybe, like that you just want to go, but like we're ultimately kind of a grindy deck. We have 8 creatures in this build, and we could add more creatures for sure. But I find that to be less reliable than just winning the long game in a grindy fashion and winning with whatever. You know, I know our like, again, I maybe want to play the Silver Ring just because at least it flies, but man. Yeah, so these are kind of a 3-part package. But I'll tell you what, let's I'll play this way until we lose, and then we'll try at least one game in which we go a little less grinding, a little more creature based, and just see how that, you know, add the like harvest and edge and profit back or something, and see what that does. Well, it loses all of our draw power, right, Gnome? So we'll win somehow. That's more alerts from Amazon, so no doubt Rocket was yelling at the delivery person. Oh, let me get back to the right view. Sometimes I remember on my own, not usually though. Yep, seems fine. The worst nightmare of the heavy removal deck. Decks that split up, take one card and make 2 creatures out of it. All 3 of our Spark Harvests. Oh, I should have played the Plaza. That was me not thinking about this Fallen and not thinking. Let's see. No attacks, though. Yeah, we didn't get Davriel or Told. I'm happy you were wrong, Eduardo. We'll see. All right, now I'm going to remember to play this while I can. We're going to win somehow. I can't do it. Well, this is what happens with a lot of heavier... When you're all answers... When you're all answers... There's something. Yeah, statue's annoying, but it's... So far, it's... been bad to kinda good. I've never seen it be better than kinda good. Good news, everyone. We have a target. Target acquired. Let's see, can't do it unless we... Well, actually, maybe we'll start with this and try to get our extra land so that we can work around the statue. Can't hard cast it, yeah, so let's go find land. Ooh. Yeah? We gotta pitch something. Alright, we'll keep it. We wanna keep... I wanna find land. Yeah, I think it's kind of slow. I got talked into a keep, but I think we pitch that and just look for the land naturally. Yeah, we're gonna, but in the meantime, there is a 5/6 attacking us. It's not nothing. Now we really need a land because we're going to have to face it 2 turns in a row. Well, 3... we're still... yeah. Sea of Fiddles. Yeah, statue's being pretty good here, but... I don't recommend anybody main deck it. Still don't. We gotta pitch something to honor the God Pharaoh. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what, though. Maybe even just the globe. I don't think I want to do Aid the Fallen. We're gonna want that long term. Do globe. Vraska is playable and put something that stops those 5/6, so I'm actually going to keep here. Now we got to discard anyway. I know they keep tempting me, but this is at least an answer to the actual Dam Breaker. That's what I'm looking for, right? Not blocking. Might as well attack. I guess we could find out. Yeah, maybe I was hasty to attack there. I'm playing loose. No, you could even punt me if you wanted on that. I think it was just wrong to attack there. At least to attack with both. I could have attacked with the invader, and that would have been fine. I shouldn't have attacked with both. So what are we pitching here? Yeah, it's still a bad pick, Vaporkin. I mean, do you like the statue just because of the result here? Like, for one thing, yeah, okay, I'll pitch the aid. For one thing, we've had an unusual streak of not finding a land. If we had found our 7th land in any kind of reasonable time, this statue actually wouldn't even be that big a deal right now. So while my attack was bad, the statue is still bad too, yes. And now I gotta decide whether we're... I think we gotta chump because of my bad attack. I'm gonna chump for some life. In one case, it was made partially by greed. Vraska, I thought, was justifiable because it does do the job that we want. Yeah. So... Oppo getting rewarded for a really poor main deck choice in this game, but yeah, Vaporkin, if you want to take this as evidence to go off and run God Pharaoh's statue main deck left and right, go for it. I'm advising against it. I don't think you take one result. This is a strikeout home run card. These are the cards that when they hit and they're effective, you're like, oh, maybe that card's actually good. Holy crap, look at what it just did to Ryan. It totally just blotty-blotty-blot him. It's like, yeah, it's not that it's a card that does nothing. It's a card that doesn't do enough for its cost and doesn't do enough consistently. Yeah, the ping is again, Vaporkin, I don't know what to tell you. If you're finding success with it, I guess go for it. But it's just not a good main deck choice in this format, I don't think. Yeah, exactly. So how do we not lose to bad cards, though? Let's see. We can. I guess we have to take. We got to do the Vraska plan. And maybe that'll divert their attention a little bit. More land. Let's see. Then that allows us to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 allows us to do effectively 2 4 mana. It doesn't allow us to really double spell, I guess. But it would allow us to Spark Harvest and, like, Triumph. We may be stacked on spells, but if they're not spells that win us the game, and extra land doesn't actually do anything for us, it could be correct to bin the land if there's an out that we're looking for. Unfortunately, I'm roping and don't have enough time to actually figure out what we're digging for. Yeah, sorry, I know my record is all wrong. Let me just delete it for right now, so it's not lying outright. I don't think anybody at WotC is analyzing what cards people are losing with in hand, to my knowledge. In here, I'm gonna... I don't know how we win if we go to 3 in the face of the statue, actually, but I also don't know how we win if we just chump over here and chump over here. Like, double chumping doesn't seem like it's gonna get there. Yeah, I guess that's true. That's a great point. We'll do it this way. Like this. Like this. And like this. Alright. Thanks for helping me see that line. I just almost missed it. Magic is hard.
Nobody appreciates my handiwork.
We could get a profit and a triumph here on this turn, or a profit and a spark harvest if we want to sack a creature, which I don't think we want to do. Turret ogre. I'm gonna play the turret ogre. It denies us any other spell this turn, which is kind of what I was saying about maybe not even wanting the land, that if we think something else is more important. Oh yeah, if he kills the token, we're just basically, we're like deader than dead. Yeah, we're basically dead. Should get rid of the profit. Toll would allow us to like we could survive here by tolling and then spark harvesting. Not even really. All right. Yeah, don't let that make you play a statue. It's still not good. All right, Kataski, I did what I could. You can lead a Vaporkin to water. All right, let's update my record for real here. That we're now 1-1. Everything else is correct though. All right, I said I would try an alternate build if we lost. I just don't think it's correct though. Oh, in that particular context, definitely I would have preferred a 6-mana creature because we had the tools to deal with it. But yeah, I mean, our Mega Spark Harvest. Yeah, I'm not too like bleeding. If Bleeding Edge were an instant, I would love it. If Bleeding Edge were an instant, then the fact that it only really gets 2 toughness creatures is mitigated by the fact that you can use it mid-combat to reduce the size of larger creatures and win combat. So when an effect like this is instant speed, it's great because it can scale up. It can actually get much more expensive and much bigger creatures. But in its sorcery form, you really need to find something that has 2 toughness, or you need to be playing in a way that they're like they have high toughness and are bouncing off in combat or whatever. Anyway, it's much harder to get great value out of an effect like this at sorcery speed. Granted, when you do, it is basically a 2-for-1. killing a 2 toughness creature and getting a 2/2 are both legit cards, so it is a 2-for-1 when it works, but it can be hard to find the right value spot. Hey, Bucky. Glad you found it. We are here to succeed with free-to-play. Yeah, we talked about Heartfire. Some people were saying, isn't 4th Spark Harvest just better than Heartfire? And it's not, because Heartfire, the face part is super relevant. It really is. Yeah, Norbert, sometimes you are. Like, it just matters a lot. It really can matter a lot. And it's cheaper. You know, this is 2 mana, and this is, you know, yes, the sack mode is one mana, but it's instant speed. That's another big deal. I was talking about how instant matters, you know. 7th Chords, that was one of the suggestions. The thing is, I don't think this is a good pure red-black deck, but fine. You know what? Let's do it. Let's, you know, if we were to make this pure red-black, you're talking about... I mean, do you still want to place the Healy in that deck? We play the other Prophet, probably, and either like a Silverwing. Yeah, but 7th Chords, the crap ton of removal is exactly why you want to run card draw. Card draw and removal are best friends for life. And believe me, Kutaski, there's a way in which I'm doing this to kind of, like, there's a lot of people very resistant to the idea that Triumph is a card that should be played in this deck. This is where, like, I kind of want to... Here, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a screen of this. Maybe we'll send this, put this one for consideration with Ben Stark and Luis and Marshall or something, and try to get some pro opinions on this as well, because I feel like you definitely play the Triumph. That's my instinct from my years of play. All right, Vaporkin, move on. I gave you your troll, your trolling while we were in the mid statue game, but come on, find a new thing to troll on. Anyway, I wanted to take that shot, so we considered Soul Diviner, but we don't really have that much to do with it other than reduce our Planeswalker loyalty or reduce our army. But for those of you advocating for not playing the blue splash, does this look about like what you would do? Let's get something that approximates what you think this deck should look like without blue, and then we'll give it a shot. Oh yeah, we can cut Plaza now. I don't know. We can do whatever we want. We took out all I've taken out so far is Triumph and the Double Globe, and I put back in 3rd Prophet, 4th Harvest, and Bleeding Edge. I think we want one on crop. Maybe we don't bring in the other one, but I think those of you advocating trying the strategy should be advocating running an on crop. Like sacrificing 1/1 army tokens to on crop invaders is one of the ways this deck can apply some pressure. Vaporkin wants to drop a spark. I agree, Broodstar. So, all right, well, here... Maybe add a behemoth. I'm just curious if you all think that the right deck... We may still do the non-blue anyway, like the no blue, but do you think the deck should... The correct main deck includes blue, or is just black-red? Just curious where the... Taking the pulse here. Yeah, so most people are with me that we should be running the blue. Hi, Clara. What's up?
I'm going to Jillian's.
All right, tell her hello from me.
Okay.
Clara's childhood best friend moved away for middle of high school, but still has a place in the area, and they're back for the summer, so she's gonna go say hi to her. Anyway. So in this case, do we want to bring in that? Rocket, always with the opinions. Yeah, this build. Yeah, diviners, the idea of diviners is that you're drawing an extra card a turn, right? But it comes at a cost. It's not free. The tokens that you're removing matter. But Zach, this is 1,000,000 removal spells. This is 1,000,001 removal spells. You're like, Splashing Divination doesn't seem very good to me when we could play 1,000,000 removal spells. But you play Triumph and you're playing 1,000,001 removal spells. And then you're winning the attrition war, which is what's so important. Yeah, that's what makes me want to, like, maybe risking the Soul Diviner is worth it. Yeah, I mean, we died because that statue actually did work against us because we got our land too late. But, you know, if that statue was just a creature, we would have, I think, taken that game pretty handily. Yeah, what if we took... All right, I want to try playing though, so let's... There's also a Silverwing. Oh, the Silverwing's in. Yeah, we could try a Hellion in this build as well. We're doing it this way. What are we taking out though? Maybe in this case, Aid the Fallen. Oh, still have Tybalt. We still have 3. Man. Fair enough, BK. Sorry, this is just a challenging build, so it tickles my brain and makes me want to get it right. But you're right, we should play. Let me make a final cut here then. I'm just going to keep it to the Invader. I'm going to skip the Hellion. We'll try this. All right, we're going to try at least one with just black-red. Hippo versus Silverwing seems like something people were debating there at the end. We're going to keep this. We need red, but we have a toll on 3 with any land. And if we get red, we're fine. Uh-oh. Not like this deck. Mountain on top for the save. No, but at least we got something to do. Oh, doggo. Boo! Well, we could still be okay here if we unlock soon.
A mind is a terrific thing to waste.
Spark the Overseer. It didn't feel worth it to me at this point. I guess we're far off from the Manticore. But I do think we have to get rid of Davriel. Yeah, I think so. I mean, when you're screwed and fill up, you tend to have discards, but we can't just sit here and get Davriel down. Reset press, you want Rat Burglar because this set's Rat Burglar? I didn't see it. What is happening with that? Who subbed and where was it? Was it announced in chat? I don't see it in the chat. It's the thing. Who subbed? Identify yourself. I want to figure out what's going on there. Yeah, that bothers me. I want to make sure everybody gets their meme reward for the sub. Well, to whoever subbed, thank you so much, and I'll put it on the list of trying to figure it out. Okay, see, so that happened. And there it was. There's a notice in the chat and everything. What I couldn't figure out is who subbed, and I didn't even see a notice in the chat. Did it, like... Yeah, clearly what we need is more experimentation. If everybody would sub right now, we could figure out what's going on with the Rat Burglar. Secretly, I've programmed it to screw up every once in a while to try and encourage on-stream testing of the feature. Oh, Mama, you're too kind. Thank you. I don't think we're... Well, I guess if we Spark Harvest now... we're not doing anything. Eh. Well, thank you, Mama. Much appreciated.
Some say I never heard of ya, a rap burglar.
Let's see. We have a couple things going on this week that are bumping up my numbers. We have first a lot of the pros traveling. In fact, like, we could probably ask of the audience, raise your hand if this is you. I normally don't watch your stream, but the pro that I usually watch is traveling today. Is that you? There's probably some of you who are here because of that. Thank you. I normally don't catch your stream, but I heard you on LR and showed up today because I meant to check you out after hearing about you on LR. That's another possible thing. Hey, I'm a big fan of Jerry Holkins, and he was on yesterday and promoted you, and I thought that was fun, and I'm back because of that. That's another reason you might be here today. Maybe you're here today because you saw that Wizards listed me on their featured streamers, and that's why you're here today. Anyway, a lot of reasons that my numbers could be up this week. I think it's a lot of factors. All right. Now let's try to win a game of Magic. Yeah, let's start with a profit. Get on the board, or try to. Might get countered out of the sky here. That's all right. Inert 87, glad you're still here. Glad you came back. Yeah, it's a complicated game and a complicated set to jump into Magic on. If you're new to Magic and you're coming in on this set and you're feeling a little overwhelmed, hang in there. It's not usually this complicated, honestly. What are we going to do about that 3/3 that we can't ever target with anything ever? Yeah, I don't know. We could be in rough shape here, but we were in such rough shape because of our mana situation. I was barely paying attention to the game anymore. But now, what are we gonna do? We could Heartfire. We could Toll. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? It's really hard to make. We need. I guess we need to get Vraska down. Well, let's not give up yet. If we get Vraska down, we can make a token that can block the hexproof dude. So, yeah, Prophet Spark is the play that makes sense, right? So let's just do that. We could Toll, but we need to do two things. Yeah, well, we can get enough things out that we can still block it. And sack creature, take out this one. Turret Ogre's got to go down. That might just have killed us. Somebody called it long ago that they had plating, that they were playing like they had plating, but we couldn't play around it, so T4 called it. Yeah. We couldn't play like they had it, though. There was no choices to make in that case. So we got 3 out of 3 lands in 15 cards. That's unlucky, but that's Magic. Nah, I mean, those are the easy losses for me these days. Like, especially because Oppo is playing reasonable cards. Like, it's easier to lose to good cards, right? Like, if losing in that spot to a deck where you're like, well, I'm not even sure I could have beaten that hand with a good draw or whatever is nicer than, yep, their grazers and strays got there. Sometimes you just get variance, no big deal. Oni, hey, we are trying a straight black-red version of this. I advocate for the Jace's Triumph double globe splash version, but we're trying a straight black-red for science. My high watermark for viewership is kind of technicality stuff. Like, technically, Professor Knox dropped a raid on me of, you know, over 1,500 people that immediately trimmed down to like 900 something. So technically I had 900 something viewers at one point, but it was only because it was post massive raid. I'm happier noting that my average viewership is generally has been trending upwards a bit. That's all I can ask for. Hey, Pale Pete, was that you? I didn't see the name. Yeah, I was barely paying attention to that game because it was so out of reach with my mana situation, but I was also saying it was it's easier to lose those rough games against a deck that looks really good. You know, your deck looks super solid and really nice, so losing to that is a little less frustrating than mana screw facing a deck you feel like, I ought to beat that deck. Ah, okay, there you go. Yeah, Mobus, that makes sense. Show a sorcery near Invader. Forget what. What are you talking about, Vaporkin? Toll, Bleeding Edge. But we're gonna give it another try with the red-black build. Try and find a more reasonable land spell mix. Nice Tekken Shaman. Angel Rocket. He no angel. That dog is no angel. I'm no angel. Alright, this looks like a nice start. Do something, I dare you. We're gonna triumph it out of this. Yeah. Thing is dead, man. Oh, maybe we should wait and edge it. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna take 2 here. Oh, well. Alright, I guess we're gonna do that.
This power ought to be shared.
I don't care. I don't care. Should we triumph? Maybe I'm being... Yeah, I'm gonna triumph. Fine. The reason I'm doing that is because I want to toll. I want to toll next turn, so I don't want to sit there taking 4 from it if I'm going to toll this turn. Okay. That's real. We're pretty good on taking care of Sunblade Angel and even to an extent Kaya. So I think we take the wipe. Yeah, they can't cast it yet, but we have the tools to deal with the other 2. It was Kaya or wipe, but Spark gets Kaya, and we have Shriek Diver. Maybe we can set up a spot where they play Kaya and don't get much value. Although I think we just dive here. And if they want to come down with Kaya and take out a Shriek Diver, fine. We get to then attack with the zombie army, and that's good too. So yeah, we'll just do this. I don't plan to attack Huatli. I don't know, like, maybe we come to regret it eventually for some reason. But I'm on Ignore Huatli right now until they show me a reason to care. Seventh chords, that's pretty results-oriented to say, oh, based on what you saw in their hand after tolling, you should have edged. Like, I have no regrets about that play. I think tolling on at kind of at the earliest point possible, it can completely undermine an entire strategy. Okay, that's fine. Well, then we just disagree. Like, I'm just all about getting toll online before they can drop their fourth land, you know? Yeah, we could spark. Let's just do full val. Well, no, because we've got this to deal with as well. Yeah, we have a couple of things that need that attention, so I'm going to say no play here. No attacks, no play. Yeah, I could have sent in the 1/1 and tried to get him with the bleeding edge post-combat, I suppose. And maybe we can try that next time. But I'm fine if they want to race. Yeah, we could have run the token attack gambit for sure. We can even overcome Huatli if we get the Manticore down and stuff. But here, I guess we just have to harvest the old angel. Oh, Valhallas, welcome to the world of cavity filling. I wish I were a stranger, but I am not. Yeah, conditions are not optimal. You're right about that. So I guess we just have to take out the angel here, which is too bad. I would love to figure out how to get value out of Bleeding Edge, but the angel's got first strike, and we really don't want it to attack. So we kind of just have to do it. We can go profit and harvest sacking the army. Then... yeah, I'm going to go profit. Yeah, I don't want to put out the Manticore because it just gets Kaya'd. And so I'm going to go harvest, sacrifice a creature. Sorry. It's not a huge loss that we didn't get it done there, but obviously that was not my intent. Let's try and... Magic's hard. But yeah, it's really annoying, because now if they drop Kaya...
I'll phase through anything that stands in my way.
Oh, and they're not going to activate. Okay. Okay, we can do it that way. Now how about... this. No, I wanted the token. I wanted the token. Could even Bleeding Edge and just kill Kaya. Should we just try and kill Kaya here? It doesn't really matter, right? We'll get her next time. Yeah, Kaya to 1, Kaya dead. Very similar.
I'm not dead yet. Try harder.
No, we could have. We just didn't, Kaya. Yeah, timing out actually maybe helped us because they thought the angel was super safe when actually we were just clumsy. Something to edge. That's actually bad news bears. Big time bad news. And let's see, I guess we go 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't double cast. We need to... Yeah, now we need to kill Huatley, right? That's awkward. Trying to figure out if there's a way to like bleeding edge first. And what does that do? It shrinks it. Yeah, I think we have to do this. It's not great. Not great. We'll look for removal on the scry here. We're not just dead. We can chump. We can chump the guard mage, and we're not just dead. Okay, we're gonna keep that, I guess. At least gets the guard mage. I know, we still can't remove Skulker, so maybe that was wrong to keep that. I don't know what we're going for, though. I guess we're looking for a Spark Harvest. Should have dug for a Spark Harvest. I think we do have Spark 4 in this one. Didn't we run 4? It's the blue one that we didn't have 4. So I don't know what you're talking about, Salmon. This is the build you wanted. Well, if we attack with Diver, then we are just dead, though. I guess we leave this back and go like this. And do this way.
This is just one verse in the poem.
But yeah, I think I killed us by leaving the Heartfire on top. Didn't give us our out because we really need Spark. Yeah, all these are little decisions I would make better if I didn't have the rope. You know, I made a snap decision on Heartfire because again the rope was super intimidating to me. But we kept death on top of our library, which is certainly a mistake. But we have to leave it all back. Well, we don't have to leave this back. I'm going to make him attack, but, you know, we're dead. Sometimes they don't. Sure, we'll do the Heartfire Scry and see what we could have had. Let's get appropriately punished. I want it. Bring it. Show me the Spark Harvest on top of the library that would have prolonged this game. Show it to me. Oh, did I remove the ability to scry by doing that? I thought it would still work. Oh well, I don't know. I guess I don't want to know. We'll assume it. We'll assume I love it. The seventh chord wants to call me a punt on the call the punt on that. That was not the punt. Oh my god, you guys are terrible. At least, is it? No. How do I unpunt? Middle finger to all of you who are I have crashed and burned with my heavy removal decks in the format so far. Only a couple ones, but weak sauce.